I think exorcism is evidence that Catholicism is true, or Christianity is true in a broad sense, because we have people who say they're possessed by demons, and they can speak in languages which they shouldn't be able to know, and they can know things they shouldn't be able to know apart from that as well. And so there's a famous case of a girl called Annalisa Michel, a German girl who died. It was quite scandalous. She died in Germany, West Germany, in about 1974 or 1978, something like that. And the priests who were doing the exorcism were put on trial because she died of malnutrition. She wasn't eating. And so it said, well, they should have got her to hospital or something like that. But the point about that I wanted to raise about that is that there were certain strange phenomena about her, strange odours in the room, in a car where people were travelling, strange things she'd say, things she shouldn't know, but she seemed to know. And that's very well documented. In fact, there was a film called something like The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Okay.
It was made about 15 years ago.
Okay.
But it's about her, about this German girl.
That bring this proof.
Some of it. Yeah.
What's her name? Emily?
Well, if you want the film,
Yes.
Emily Rose.
Emily, E-M-L-Y.
Sorry, E-M.
Yeah.
I-L-Y.
I-L-Y.
R-O-S-E.
S-E. Emily Rose story.
Yeah.
Emily Rose.
Something like The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, the real life exorcism of
Annalisa Michel, that was her picture there, I think. I saw.
I'm going to Google it more and
Yeah.
the exorcism. So the one they did this one, they make the possessed person win over the priest.
Yes.
And the priest died.
Yes. Now what I would say is...
Some people, they are against those things.
Yeah, now that was based on a novel by a man called William Peter Blatty. I think he converted to the Catholic faith at some point in his life. Now he was saying that in that film, I think, not necessarily that the demon won, because remember the young priest, the old priest died of a heart attack.
Yes.
The young priest, though, was very doubtful about these things, and in the end he believed. And he said he felt the only way to save that girl was to invite the devil to leave her, to go into him, and he went through the window and died.
So it is his choice.
Yeah, but remember, at the very end, another Catholic priest came as that man was on the ground dying, and gave him the last sacraments. So, and you see the priest who was dying was a believer. He was dying as a believer. He didn't die possessed. He died at peace in his soul. Whereas through the film, he was in real difficulty about his faith.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was the triumph of faith. Yes. Now, another interesting thing is that when the priest goes through the window, it reminded me of when Jesus has a possessed man, and the demon asks to go into the pigs, and the demon goes into the pigs, and the pigs then go off the edge of a cliff.
That's right.
And they die. So it's like the man, the demon going into him and going off the edge of over the window. I think in reality that the weakness of that film in that sense was that the priest should have used his authority to continue the exorcism.
Yes. And not die with heart attack.
That's right. And no, the one who died, all right, heart attack, he was old, fine, he can die, that's fine, that wasn't bad. But the young one should have continued the exorcism, because as a priest, he has the power from God to expel demons, because Jesus gave the priesthood that power. So we have that, but of course, nonetheless, in the end, these men, I'll leave him here if he wants to have a chat. No?
No, I'm just listening. Who's
all
Jesus?
Right. Okay, in a moment. So he go. Oh, that's it. Nice short one. All right. So many people started going to confession after that film. It really saw a revival of the faith.
Oh, really?
And yeah, really did. The problem is
The one he told me, or this one?
the Exorcist,
The
the Exorcist film, yeah, because it was
And
1974.
the girl have been healed, you know? The girl, she forget
Yeah.
everything. She been healed at the end of the film. That
Right.
shows that the evil spirit have gone away.
Yeah, but listen to this though. That you see, remember I said the case of Anneliese Michel in Germany was the basis for the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yes.
Well, the film, The Exorcist, is not just a film, not just based on a novel. Blatty, the author of the novel, based it on real events in the United States in about 1948. It was basically a priest went to exorcise a boy after some. It was a Lutheran family, but they didn't have anyone who could do the exorcism, and the Lutheran priest could not do it. He could not achieve it. So we have this situation, this boy, and I think his name was kept secret for years. I think it may be known now, but he was very secretive. There's a book I've got called something like Possessed, and it talks about how this priest from Georgetown University, I think, they found notes of an exorcism in a abandoned section of the university, an old wing which was derelict, and that led to somebody looking into how this boy's exorcism had happened in the 1940s. So a lot of real events form the basis of some of these motion pictures, and not just those ones, but there are numerous other exorcisms. And